under the current circumstances, it may be safe to call it OPID, or Sullivan's Police Investigative Directorate. They have been captured for far too long. We will demonstrate that in our presentation. What is it that we are referring to? And we cannot allow the state institutions to be utilized to serve people's personal agendas. That's what we are faced with here. There is this hullabaloo around Phahlane as if he murdered people. Honorable Chair, we will demonstrate many of these issues. And at the same time, I want to congratulate Mr. Robert McBride, the IPIT, and O'Sullivan for a well-orchestrated propaganda machinery. They have been excellent. Take nothing away from them. Nothing which is being investigated by IPIT is not ending up in the media. Nothing. Continuously, they meet with suspects. Continuously, they meet with former Hawks members. And we are supposed to call that an independent investigative directorate. Honorable Chair, honorable members, this investigation did not start the 1st of November. I have seen Mr. Sissoko referred to a letter a letter that they have written to me on Friday by Adams and Adams. In the letter, they say the investigation against Phahlane started on the 1st of November 2016. I thought that they were here on record, saying that I have known that about the investigation since February or March. But confused as they are, they even miss their own dates. Chair, there is a letter which is referred to. I think Mr. Sissoko referred to it. The one which is dated the 22nd of February of March 2016. It is attached to the presentation. There it is in front there. Following IPIT's appearance before the committee, they went on and published this letter and say General Phahlane knew about the investigation. Now, I'm going to read this letter verbatim. It is directed to the Acting National Commissioner, who happens to be me. Dear General Phahlane, kindly be informed that we have received a complaint from Mr. Paul O'Sullivan regarding allegations of tender irregularities and irregular appointments. Nowhere is this letter saying to you, kindly be informed that we have received a complaint against you from Paul O'Sullivan regarding allegations of tender irregularities and irregular appointments. The second line says, IPIT in Gauteng has been tasked to conduct investigations regarding the above cases. And then the third line says, you are requested to arrange a suitable date for IPIT investigators to meet with you to discuss these allegations. That's what the letter is saying. And correctly so, Chair, on the 9th of May, I said to my PA, hi, Lian, yes, schedule accordingly. To date, that meeting did not take place, Chair. To date, this meeting referred to here did not take place. And I can challenge IPIT to bring me proof of the minutes that they continue, even in the public domain, to say Phahlane was officially informed. Brigadier Homo, sitting there behind me, happened to be an IPIT member. He started with us the 1st of May this year. He was the acting head of investigations. Him and Mr. Morema, who is in Gauteng, were tasked with this particular investigation. He will tell you that to date, that meeting did not take place. Mr. Khamanyani will say the same. I don't even know how Mr. Morema looks like. But this meeting is supposed to have taken place where Phahlane is informed about the investigation against him. And we are going to town about this in Parliament and in the public space. And a question was put to me, I remember, by Honorable Mbele. Did you lie to Parliament? And I'm reiterating myself, Honorable Chair, under no circumstances will I come here before Parliament to come and lie. If there is an element of integrity in IPIT, they must withdraw that to say that Phahlane was informed. And the fact that they here in Parliament have said that I have lied, that I was informed. I'm on record, Honorable Chair, to say that the first time that I knew about these allegations was when a Mr. Ngabinde called me and said he wants to see me, which I said, it's fine, we can make arrangements through my office and so on. Before that meeting, on the morning, exactly the following morning, when I finished my gym session, there was a call and a text message. It comes from a gentleman, Peter Louis Meyberg, from News 24. And he said to me, what is your comment about the warning statement that you are supposed to be giving this afternoon? That's the first time, Chair, that I knew that there is something that is happening. Because the Nkabinde person, when pushed to say, what is this? He talks about the defeating the ends of justice. No, I don't know very little. I know more about criminal law and criminal procedure. I understood that I must have done something wrong. Somewhere I must have tampered with a case. And he was reluctant to provide the details until I said, if you want me to prioritize your meeting with me, tell me what investigation. Only then he said corruption. Now, immediately I remembered the set of emails that I've been receiving from Mr. Paul O'Sullivan. So, Chair, I'm also on record as having said that I will comply with a competent authority tasked to do investigations. And we have issued statements in that regard. And to me, it doesn't matter whether it is me or it is the most junior member in this service. We are to comply. But surely, I've tried my best to comply with an illegal investigation which is being conducted against me. I have at no stage interfered with any such. I will show, Chair, that honorable members, Mr. McBride, continue to say, Paul O'Sullivan came to me and complained about this at a time. It can't be true. He has been in and out with Mr. Paul O'Sullivan, who will demonstrate it here during the presentation. Shocking to me, I'm told that we have got a relationship with service providers. Of course I do. I am to be engaging all stakeholders. I am to be talking to people who render services to the environment. It will be unlawful if any of the service providers were to do anything as a favor to me. I don't need that. I'm employed for the past 32 years. I've got a wife who's employed. Between the two of us, we generate 2.5 million per year. I don't need that. Mr. McBride, I happen to have seen part of what O'Sullivan has been directing at me. By the way, where is an investigation against all those that Mr. O'Sullivan have said they are corrupt because they did not dismiss or suspend Monu? That's the basis of the attack against me, and it will be shown in this presentation, Chair. Mr. McBride happened to have disposed a sworn statement to decorate Mr. O'Sullivan. It says, this statement relates to various criminal cases opened by a certain Mr. Paul O'Sullivan at either the ICD or its successor, the IPIT. This part that I'm going to read shocks me. Commissioner Selebi, JS. There can be no doubt that Selebi's conviction and 15 years prison sentence was the end result of many years of hard work and the doggedness and determination of O'Sullivan. His role was pivotal. And he goes on in talking to General Monu. By the way, he files this in a case of corruption and extortion where O'Sullivan is a suspect. And then, when they realize that they're in trouble, they withdraw cases against each other, including against Monu. And he goes, in and during 2014 and 2015, O'Sullivan laid serious criminal complaints with IPIT against Lieutenant General Vinesh Monu, who at that time was the Divisional Commissioner Detective Services. The complaints of O'Sullivan related to various alleged corrupt activities of Monu and in respect of certain questionable characters who appear to have strong connections with the underworld. One of the few remaining items that delayed our investigation was the steadfast refusal of Monu to hand over certain dockets which had become seized by his office. Despite repeated requests from the IPIT, Monu refused to cooperate with our investigations. Monu effectively stymied the investigations. I raised the issue of Monu's stifling with both General Piecha and General Sithole. I seem to think we may have had to resort to issuing Section 205 subpoenas to compel handing over of the dockets in question, but I do not recall what the outcome was. This statement is deposited by Mr. Robert McBride while he is suspended in support of Paul O'Sullivan. Where is the independence of IPIT? I am being told that, no, we happen to have done the following because O'Sullivan came to complain. It is not so, Chair. What we have will prove that. Honorable Chair, if in a sentence there is mention of General Pierre who did not do something and General Sithole who did not do something, and I am becoming the target, what happened to them? What makes them not to be treated the same that I am being treated? So, the independence of IPIT is out of the window. Honorable Chair, Mr. Robert McBride is in possession of a crime intelligence report, the threat assessment that was conducted in my case. He handed that report to Sarah Jane Trent. Where is he getting that report from? Where is he getting that report from? Why must it be with private people? One of the reasons why there was this investigation, Chair, was because his investigators allowed access to Mr. O'Sullivan to have copies of the building plans of my house. They have allowed him access to my accounts, their analysts, in her own replying affidavit to our application, say, when I could not do the following with the accounts, banking statements of General Phahlane, I went to Paul O'Sullivan for them to assist. Where is the independence of IPIT? By the way, Bota is a private person. She works for Fidelity Guards. But she has got access to my information. And she goes and provides Paul O'Sullivan and Sarah Trent Jane with my personal information. And Chair, I'm supposed to be quiet and say, IPIT is independent. That part I don't understand. Honorable Chair, I'll allow General Mabula to talk. We are not going to do the entire presentation. There were many things that were alleged by IPIT when they appeared before the committee, including in the media. And we will speak to those. Amongst others, somewhere they must come back and be able to prove to you, or at least let's go to court, where they must go and prove to me this 8 million rand house, Chair.
Brother, I see your hand. I know you want to respond, but let's